How to prepare for your first court appearance when you've been charged with a DUI in Georgia. There are a couple of things you want to keep in mind, but by no means is anybody expecting you to be prepared or have a specific kind of paperwork or plan when you walk into that first court date. The first court date is an arraignment, and that is where you would officially say guilty or not guilty to the charges that have been levied against you. What typically will happen is the court will offer the opportunity to have the charges read to you or ask you if you've been advised of the charges that the state has brought against you. And at that point, you either enter a not guilty plea or the judge may enter one on your behalf. What is very rare is that people would plead guilty at that first court date. That first court date, there will not be very much information about your case. The prosecutor may not even be prepared to extend an offer because they may not have your history and will likely have not reviewed the evidence in connection with your case. So the video is likely not going to be available to anybody in the courtroom. If there was a blood test, often that's not going to be available to anybody in the courtroom. And the police report, depending on how quickly that first court date is scheduled, may not even be drafted yet. So you want to make sure that you don't walk into court expecting that there's going to be something significant happening beyond you notifying the court who your attorney is, if you've hired an attorney, and that your plea is not guilty. If you try to enter a guilty plea, you will in all likelihood be talked out of it, since it is too early at that stage for you to fully understand what you're facing and for the prosecution to make a determination based upon their lack of evidence.